Anybody had any like specifics to talk about?
Do I have time to take a shit?
Go for it.
Here we
Not
go.
yet.
Not yet. Are we live?
Not yet.
You sure?
I don't think we're doing this live tonight. I think
Should we do vocal warm-ups?
we should. Yeah, we should do vocal warm-ups at some point in time before we go live.
You know, in the whole thing that was like flashing through, I look naked with like no facial hair. Can you read me that whole intro thing where I pour a beer with a beard?
No, that cannot be reenacted.
That cannot be reenacted.
I could Photoshop it on though.
I know.
You should do that.
We just went live, Chris. Did you have time to take that shit you were talking about?
No, I didn't take my shit yet, but I was going to. Can I do it now?
You got pants on, right? Do it. I don't care.
You got pants on. He gets up.
That will be a story.
Do it right there. Yeah. That'll be the first live pooping of pants.
Yes. Yeah. No, not live. I've done it many times. And
live?
Shopping mall one time accidentally.
Wait.
We'll get to that later. That's at the end of the show.
Come on now.
This is a teaser. You got to wait.
Man, you got more pooping stories than anybody.
What was
ever
that?
met.
Didn't we come up with like a new segment the other day?
Yeah, shit talk with Chris or something.
5 minute with Chris. Shit talk.
We had another one for Joe, I thought.
Yes, don't forget tonight will be the grand premiere of our new segment called Joe Knows with Mr. Joe. Joe
Bo
Knows.
knows. Do you remember the Bo Jackson?
We give Joe 30 seconds, and we all be quiet. Joe's on the spot. 30 seconds to give us the best life advice he can give us.
Can I start this? Can I start the clock? Hold on. Let me get my stopwatch.
This is
out.
the first time I even heard of this.
We talked about it.
Is it? We had a discussion about this.
No, we did not.
Come on, dude.
It was just hypothetically speaking.
Are we doing 30 seconds?
Everything I say
No.
is truthful.
I want to say
All right,
hi to
guys.
people in the fans.
Ready? Here we go. And Joe
Susie,
knows.
Mackie, Ike, Dave,
Joe knows.
Rough Dog, Peter S.
Starts
Steve,
Naki.
Gabe.
You mean Connor?
No.
What'd I say?
Naki?
Kelly?
We're supposed to have that nice
Naka?
Naka, that's Connor.
Joe
Oh, okay.
Knows.
Oh, okay, that's right. That's right. That is Connor.
Cool.
But
lettering.
I like to call usernames, so everybody knows.
Okay. Man,
All right. Where's this life advice?
Ready, set.
Joe.
Joe knows now. Go. 30
Joe
seconds.
knows.
Knows.
later.
Go.
That'll come later.
yeah, you got to do the intro for the show first, Bill.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, go
Oh
ahead.
yeah, we got a show to do, huh?
Yeah, you got to intro the show. You got to come on, dude. We got to get our shit together. Here.
Well,
You guys really need to be more prepared.
Yeah.
Everybody, thanks for showing up to our what is this Halloween Eve, Hallows Eve, Dia de Brujas. Oh no, it's el día antes de Dia de Brujas. Sí, pero let's do this in English.
Yeah, good idea.
Anyway, thanks for showing up, guys. It's the night before Halloween. As you can tell, we're not really dead, even though we have our names on tombstones in the thumbnail.
Is it Hallows Eve?
I don't know. I
All
just made up a
Hallows
bunch of-
Eve.
I just said a bunch of words.
It is Hallows Eve. I think it is. Hey,
Pumpkin
can you
jack.
keep going? I just interrupted you. You
What
got to keep
else?
going.
Yeah. So tonight we have something kind of special for you guys. I'm not going to give it away, but it's a secret little clip that we'll play later on for something that you're probably going to love by somebody who you already love, who hates technology, but you guys love them. We all know them. You'll see later. It'll be fun.
It's HVAC related, oddly enough.
It is.
Like for once, we have something HVAC related on the HVAC Overtime show.
Mm-hmm. And let me put this out here too, because I'm going to forget later on. Next week, we're going to have our big buddy, Big Clive on. And we are going to talk air purification, air ionizing stuff that you would probably think is boring. But when we have Clive on here, he's probably going to light some shit on fire. It's going to be very, very cool.
What's the one that you guys have been installing? That company?
Oh, the
iWave.
bipolar
iWave.
ionizer.
Yeah, I wave, you wave, we wave.
Didn't he take one
Everybody wave.
apart, Bill, or something?
I don't know.
We should
if he
send
did.
him one.
But you know what I want to do on the show next week, because I'll have some iWaves to play with,
Sweet.
is on the box it says don't touch the brushes when it's energized because you'll get shocked.
Do
Oh,
it.
sweet.
Do
And
it.
I'm
that.
curious what kind of a voltage that they have, so we
Me
can
too.
play with that.
Me too.
So, it'll only be wired into 24 volts. I got a 24 volt transformer on the wall back there. But I'm kind of curious. We can see if we can measure the voltage across those brushes and see
Yeah.
see what
Let's
happens.
do it. I'm
For
okay
sure.
with that. So, big shout out to our number one fan first, Mr. Randy and his little buddy Luke. If you can hear me, Luke, you know what to do. That's it.
Come on, Luke.
I think who else we got out here? We got
A couple months ago, when we were on the show, we were talking about something, and I realized we just totally forgot about it. We had said we were all going to do tasers.
Tasers.
oh yeah, we're gonna mail.
We were
tasers
talking to Joe Shearer, and he was talking about a taser in the chat or something like that. And then I said I was kind of curious, and that we should all do a taser. Like we should all get a taser and
and
do
taser
it.
ourselves.
Yeah,
I'm totally gonna fake mine. I can fake a taser shock.
I think
I
that's
really
like
haven't
how
been talked by a taser, so I don't know.
we should end the show like that. We all look at each other and just put it up to our necks and
I don't know about on my neck. I don't know if I
do
do
like-
my neck.
Hey,
I do my
dude,
forearm.
if you're gonna
your
do it,
leg,
go
leg,
big.
or your like butt cheek or something.
Yeah, that's the last thing I need is to have a brain aneurysm because I
Yeah.
can use a taser, and
Yeah, 'cause I got a taser to the face by myself.
then my wife's gonna sue you guys.
You know, it'd be
she's-
cool. We should talk to Clive and figure out how to do this. But what we should
I
do
do.
is get those dog shock collars. Each of us wear them, and then we somehow rewire the transmitter so we have control. The other person has control of the shock
We
collar.
we could do
remotely.
a if this then that. Have you ever
Right.
seen that app where you can
yeah.
like make things happen with it,
Through
and then
Wi-Fi.
everybody can have control of everybody else's, and randomly throughout the show, just fuck.
through Wi-Fi.
Taser your man bits. Jeff.
Damn it!
I think we're onto
I
something.
think that's a good idea. You know, they make underpants like that.
Oh yeah,
We
the
could all,
Segway ones?
well, they have underpants that'll vibrate or shock. Yeah, we could all wear those and then give each other the triggers.
Then I'll have another shit story.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get.
That was a good one.
Squeeze another poop story out of you.
Yeah.
Anyways.
there.
Do we have anything to talk about like HVAC related instead of shit and electrocution?
Jeez.
And
Yeah, I
I
forget.
cut you guys off sometimes.
it's
I was gonna
every
say-
week with these guys.
I know, eh? I was gonna say, Adam, that was a nice install you posted, bud.
Thank you.
I like that.
Thank you.
Oh, here we go with the installs and
You
the
know
blah,
what?
blah, blah.
I liked it. You know, you don't see no smudges from the glue. Everything's rigid. Nice tape is all straight.
Put the
And
tape
you
on,
didn't- you
screws
people-
were in there.
People
I'm gonna
you
pull
can't
up
notice this
some-
from the picture, but if you look at the tape, all the words are facing up, so you can read them.
Honestly,
Oh my god!
for somebody to even criticize that, oh my
You know-
God, save them.
Thanks,
You know,
Joe.
Right.
Thanks.
Honestly, dude.
That's along the same lines of like when I put screws in, I really do try to like make all the screws line up. It's I don't know OCD
No.
or craziness or something like.
No, I hear you.
it just
Same
gets-
here.
I can't do it most of the
Mhm.
time, but
I like to
I-
have them symmetrical. Like
Yeah.
you put one here, put one the same spot on the other side.
Mhm.
Honestly,
no, but
Right?
like if they're Phillips heads, you know, all the plus signs are facing the same way.
wow,
Flatheads.
that's
That's
extreme.
actually that's an electrician thing. You know, they
Is it?
like the screw heads that line up on their switches
Oh,
and outlets. And everything.
yeah. No, I honestly agree.
I
And, you know,
obsess over that when I've done it. I'll have to make sure everything lines up, and yeah, I get
yeah.
I think it's an OCD thing.
But I was waiting for some hate since it isn't a mana and everyone's
You,
like,
you didn't
"Oh,
you didn't
it's
get
good.
hit. You know
It's
what?
good,
I
man."
don't care what it is. They're all use the same crap. It's the guy who installs it, all right, and how you install it. Period. I don't care. Everything's good. Everything's fine. It does a job, and that's it, man.
Whoops.
That's my opinion. You don't have to agree with it. Anyways,
Oh, look at Rick's wife says all the screws in their house go up and down, and you guys know Rick. You can tell he's that way, right?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't like
walks by a light switch. He's like, those aren't the same way. He's got to change the screws out.
I can see that. I can see
Mhm.
that.
Bear
I
with
think
me
that's what
one
she said.
sec. Cover
Yeah.
for me. I'm looking for something. I'm gonna do a picture in a minute.
Sweet.
Oh, we got dead air to fill, guys. What you
Cool
got?
man, dude is saying a man at best HVAC warranty. Period.
True.
Mm.
Lifetime unit replacement warranty on furnace
That is big. That's huge.
and condensers.
Huge.
Listen, for a company to do that, hey man, okay, they're big, but still, that's awesome.
Hmm.
You know what? Actually, I was gonna do one soon, and I was gonna do the gas analyzer show. What's up? That carrier that has that blocked secondary. I gotta mention that actually. Anyways, I was going to maybe get a Goodman, replace that carrier with a Goodman. I was thinking about it honestly, and I don't know. I might go
Change the
Goodman.
name to Badman.
Goodman, Batman. Yeah.
There's
No,
actually
either a Goodman or a Keep Right. We'll see. But yeah, I have nothing against them. They haven't done really anything bad to me.
well,
so.
Goodman and Amana actually have some pretty cool technology right now. You know, their higher end furnaces have Bluetooth setup, so you can go into an app, you set up the airflow, set up everything you want, set up the tonnage of the condenser outside.
I try to. Sorry to cut you off. I try to get that as a good that the Bluetooth technology and Goodman doesn't have it. Only Amana does. Believe
I
it or
think
not.
no, I'm pretty sure they do. You have to go with the 2-stage variable.
I tried.
With
I
the
asked.
95?
Okay, this
Okay.
was maybe a few months ago. Unless things change, I tried. Maybe they don't have it here. I'm not sure, but I wanted that. I wanted to try it
pretty
out. But
Also, they're also coming out with this year, which is going to be pretty cool. Supply and return sensors, so you don't even have to set up the airflow. It goes off temperature rise.
sweet.
You know, pretty
Sweet.
cool. But yeah, period. And let's not talk about Goodman anymore. We don't need to irritate Ted.
yeah, or anybody else. There's a lot of haters for Goodman. I don't care.
Yeah, surprising.
Sorry.
All right. So I did an install this last week, doing a package unit replacement.
Is that when the
And-
meteor hit the building?
Yeah, we started to lift up the package unit and we had the crane on it. Everything was disconnected. At least we thought everything was disconnected. And we were lifting and lifting. And I couldn't see, like the crane operator wasn't telling me the weight that he was pulling, but I could just tell, like I could hear the crane hoisting up and nothing was happening. And I knew, after like 2 seconds of hoisting, I go, there's tension on that line. And, my techs, I let tension off, and then my techs all went over there and I said, push the corners, because you've seen sometimes where people like glue the units down. So I said, push the corners, we'll put it up again. We broke one corner free. We broke another corner free, but one half of the unit wouldn't break free. And so we lifted just a little bit higher. And then my tech kind of got a look in there, and they must have had 20 tech screws, long 3/8, like 2-inch tech screws running from the unit down to all the ductwork. And so we set the unit back down, and we realized we got underneath here. And I'll scroll over and I'll show you guys. So what had happened after we lifted the unit up, we realized that they made a mistake when they installed the ductwork into the roof curb originally. And the offset on the right hand, or on the top of the screen that you guys are seeing, is on the wrong side. So there's a bigger gap on the bottom side that you can't see that's supposed to be on the top. And that's why you can see they did some funky sheet metal crap in there last minute, because they screwed up. And look at how they butchered the inside of that curb with all the supports going across it.
Oh yeah.
There's nothing there.
Now, when you said offset, like they screwed up the offset?
If you look at the gap,
ductwork.
look at
Very
the gap.
clean.
Yeah, the gap. So on the top right there's a gap between the insulation and the ductwork and the side of the curb. Well, that gap is supposed to go over another 8 inches. Like, it's supposed to be to the edge of the roof curb right there, another 8 inches. So basically, someone looked at the plans backwards. So on the so basically, the ductwork is shifted all too far on the opposite side that you can't see right now.
Or is it possible somebody put the unit on backwards?
No,
No,
it would be
not
completely
possible.
reverse. You wouldn't have return.
Yeah, someone just read the plans backwards is what they did. Someone measured wrong, and someone, they said, the left side of the supply ductwork needs to be 12 inches away from the edge, and they did that on the opposite side. So everything was just off, because the ductwork is centered in the unit. It's just from left to right. It's not there. So
they thought they were looking at the bottom view,
Right.
and they were
They must
looking at
have.
the top view.
yeah, because when I got in there and I measured it, on the bottom side, it was the perfect measurement of what it should have been on the top side. Like, so they just totally reversed the blueprints or something like that. The install, who knows?
Under the unit, then, is the ductwork like is there like an overshoot under the ductwork? So like, let's say there's 10 inches where the air comes up and just hits the bottom of the rooftop unit.
Well, if you look right now, there's 10 inches of where it just hits the curb.
Okay.
And then it's forced back down into the ductwork.
So I'm
Right
wondering if they had issues with overheating or anything, because if you're not sealing, obviously, if they did a really shoddy job at sealing the return, and then look at the supply,
Right.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Well,
It's a split.
What I'm curious about on this, it's a possibility, but I will say this is a kitchen AC, and it's very rare that we actually use heating in the kitchen ACs. So it's not really something we're going to notice. Plus, here in California, winter is, the lowest it'll ever get at this place is the lowest it'll ever get, extreme low, is going to be 32 degrees at this location, but that'll be for like 2 days. So they rarely, we have 2-stage heat on these things, but I could disconnect the first or the second stage, and it would, they would never know that. Yeah, these units come factory installed with 2-stage heat.
Crazy.
So
It's used.
we had to,
Never used.
I've never seen one this bad. So, and this was a like for like package unit replacement. So it should have been cookie cutter, slam dunk, just unhook, rehook, move on. And I had to make some decisions. So I get the unit up, and what do? Do I set the unit on the ground and tell the crane to come back 2 days later and, fix all the ductwork? Like, customer doesn't want that crap. So we had to do some shady fabrication on site. So basically I set the unit down, and I'll scroll over and show you the next one. Pulled out both of the heat exchangers, climbed into the supply duct, got underneath there, found all the gaps on the supply. The return I could get to, because you just take out the economizers and you could see right in the returns. You can get to the outside of the unit. But this one, we had to go in head first, and we pulled the indoor blower assembly out. This is one of those double blowers.
Yeah, this is heavy too, man.
Yeah, well, luckily we had 4 people there. So,
and you put the screws in at least this way, not this way.
No, so now, no, there is no screws going down. What I did was I did not put any screws through the package unit itself. Okay, so what I did was I did sheet metal, and again, it's shady, but I'll show you. I did sheet metal, and I just secured it to the metal ductwork.
that doesn't look
So
good. That's not
on
bad.
both sides of the flex
No,
connector, basically.
It's much better than what it was. This way, the
And
next guy
then-
who lifts it up isn't going to have that issue.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. And then I used metal tape and Pookie like crazy. I used 3/4 of a gallon of duct sealer. But if someone goes to lift that unit, they're just going to rip the duct sealer and the tape off, you know, and they'll be able to lift the unit and they won't have 50 billion screws. So I think there was one more. You can see this was their original. We didn't do that. That was their original Pookie job from the beginning. Like they had just really rigged that thing. But yeah, it was a mess. It was a headache to say the least. And then just for shits and giggles, that's the way a P-trap should look when you're done. So
That is not how any of my P-traps look when I'm done.
now the solder, yeah, maybe not the best, but I love the clean outs on these P-traps. So this top one right on
Comes
the unit
off?
right there comes off. It's not sweat in. You can pull that off. And we painted it all black too, so you can't even tell the difference. But and then so you have a clean out right there, you have a clean out right there, and then you have a clean out down. And then we put I love doing my traps like that.
See, I was raised up using PVC. Now,
Yeah, we
is there
don't
a
use
reason?
PVC here.
Is it for durability to last in the hot
Yeah, because
sun?
this copper
Very
will
good.
last forever.
Fucking right.
Yeah.
It will never fail. And I get a lot of people asking me all the time. I'm going to go ahead and stop the screen share. I get a lot of people asking me all the time, why do we use copper? Why do we always use copper on the roof? And why do we drain into the sewers? Here in California, everything goes to the ocean. So they want it going into the sewers so they can process it at a sewage treatment
Isn't
plant.
that cartoon, the movie Finding Nemo? All drains lead to the ocean.
Oh, I don't know. I don't remember that. But yeah.
I have kids. Sorry.
So, but yeah, that was a hell of a job. Now, previous to this, the worst ever package unit that I ever did was when I lifted the package unit and it wouldn't come, and we found out that they had used roof mastic instead of curb tape.
Mhm.
And we tried to lift the package unit and you never could lift it. So this was like 10 years ago. We had to get the crane and grab it on one corner of the unit at a time, get breaker bars with 2 people and break the unit free one corner at a time, the one
Now,
with the mastic.
How did you figure out that it was mastic before you were able to break it? Did
Well,
just,
you hook the crane to it, and again, you can tell the crane operators too with the modern cranes, they can know how much the load weighs as they're lifting. So they look at you, and when you see their eyes get big, when you're looking down, you go, okay, something's wrong, you know. And then he tells and he goes, I'm lifting 7,000 pounds. It's like, okay, yeah. Let's put that unit back down because that unit weighs 1,500 pounds empty. So something's wrong there.
I can't believe that sheet metal held it back like that much pounds.
Well, Well, no.
He's just
I'm
making
being
up a number.
sarcastic, yeah.
Gotcha.
Or
So I had
exaggerating.
a similar story to that a couple of years ago. I was replacing a unit and I was installing, I believe it was a 7.5 ton. And I had the crane hooked up and I just started walking towards the edge of the roof, so I could direct him. And I'm like, take it away. And he starts lifting up. I'm not really paying attention behind me when I'm looking at him. And he's already got the thing starting to raise up. I turn around and look, and he's got it like 2 or 3 feet off the curb, and the ductwork is attached. The drops are attached, and they're raising out of the building.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
no, stop. So then he brings it back down, and they did the same thing. They screwed all the drops to the rooftop unit, right? So I had to take it all apart, and he actually had it hanging because they screwed it from underneath, and it was like a really goofy spot. So I'm like underneath there as it was like up, and then when I got the last screw out, it was like, boom! The drops just went straight down.
Yeah, that stuff's scary. I could imagine that in that situation, someone started doing the ductwork from the package unit. Like they
set
dropped the
package
first one
unit
down with a flange on it and then added on from that. So then I could imagine someone doing that, Now, I've heard a story from a crane operator. I personally didn't see this, but the crane operator told me a story one time where he was lifting a package unit and he was way down below and he's lifting. And he kept telling them like something's wrong. And they're like, no, keep going. You're good. So he's lifting the unit up. And as he lifted again, as he saw the unit come above the roof deck, the main feed from the electrical panel was coming with it.
Oh, shit, it's like a spine.
Now that's what that's what the crane operator told me, So I was like, oh my gosh, can you imagine what damage he did down at the main feed too?
That's another thing that really irritates me when these guys, I don't know if this is common anywhere else, but it really bothers me when I run into it, when they run the power through the curb.
Yeah.
I hate that. I hate
There-
when they.
There's some package units that have drain knockouts. If you're ever installing a carrier package unit, okay, so I'm stepping on my tongue right now. But if you install a carrier package unit, when it's coming down on the crane, there's a knockout in the bottom of the drain pan. And it looks like it's threaded. Like you can put a damn drain nipple on the bottom. And I always think, who the hell would put the drain nipple? Now, maybe it's not for that, but it looks like it is.
Well,
right in
I
the
could
middle of the damn drain
see.
pan.
So, like certain scenarios, you could have maybe a package unit sitting on an equipment
right.
stand, right? And you could have it
Right.
ducted out the side. And
Yeah, okay, I could see that.
So
That's true. Yeah, but still. But yeah, even on these Linux package units that I was installing right now, they actually do a decent job. But they have a 6x4 knockout in the electrical section that has conduit knockouts in it, and you can bring everything up.
All one of those. Man, it was the
And
best.
theirs are actually rather easy to work with because when I do them, sometimes depending on if what's hooked up to it, what kind of conduit they used, you can actually lift them up and then push them back down through the hole, like
exactly
still connected to the things. Yeah, and then lift your unit, and then when the new one comes up, you just fish it back up and set it on.
Yeah, cut off one of the big wires going to the motor, the old one, tied it to that, turned it sideways, dropped it down.
Sweet.
Lifted the old unit up, put the new one down. Those new Linux, man, those are nice. Economizers come pre-installed. They're basically pre-programmed. You just got to put the catalog number in there.
Yeah. Yes and no. I do so many of those Linux that I see some good jobs where they come pre-built, and then I also see a lot of jobs where they don't come pre-built, and then they just send you everything. And the problem is they never tell us. So the customer pays for the unit themselves, and then they just tell us, hey, we schedule the delivery, and we don't quote it, but we plan for things. We don't.
Like you can get them not pre-built.
Oh yeah, that happens all the time. So like for instance, if they need a unit on the fly, they don't have them pre-built, then they just send them out, and then they send you an economizer, they send you smoke detectors, they send you VFDs, and you're like, there's a whole day worth of freaking putting together.
Right. And the funny thing is, different size units, the economizers are completely different than other size. You know what I mean? So you might have like a 3-ton versus a 5 or 7-ton, and the economizer is completely different how it goes together.
Yeah, but for the most part with these package units, like with the Linux unit, from the 12-ton to the 18-ton, it's the same footprint. So it's going to be the same economizer. They put a bigger blower. They put an extra compressor, and they basically have the space inside of them. And some of the carriers are that way too. Like the 7.5-ton, no, the 10-ton, the 12-ton of a carrier Weathermaker, they share the same footprint too, so they can have the same economizer. But some, I know what you're talking about. Some they do take different ones.
All right. So before COVID and the whole like fresh air conspiracy thing and all that, I'm wondering, when you guys have it run into an economizer that's bad and the unit's not running because the economizer's not working, do you fix the economizer or do you put the jumper plug back in?
It's all jumpered up here, bud.
Oh, it's super easy. This one here, dude. It's super
manually
easy
crank
because
it.
Nobody wants to repair the economizers. Even tell them. You even say, "Hey, it's going to cost $1,200 to repair this." No. Just disconnect it. So every economizer is disconnected out here.
Yeah.
Nobody won the other day because the shaft broke off the actuator motor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
linkages are all gummed up all the time.
And I had to just change that catalog number because it was a Linux. Just change that catalog number just a little bit, and it'll just ignore that economizer function.
I could say that in 90% of the carrier package units that you work on, if you have an electrical short, it's on the blower assembly where they run the wires right over the blower assembly. It drapes over the top and then runs by the evaporator.
You're talking about carrier?
Yep.
So why is, because I see that carrier as well. Why is carrier known for it? What else does everybody else do? They have little grommets, I guess, that go through the wall.
Carrier just runs them right over their blower assembly.
Well, that was that
after about
one,
10 years, they rub through.
Yeah, Joe, do you remember that? I made a video quite a while ago out of the 3 videos that I ever made. But do you remember that package unit?
Yes.
I don't know if it was a Carrier or Bryant or whatever it was, but the fuse would always trip. Intermittent short. It wouldn't happen all the time. And what was happening during air conditioning was after a run for X amount of period of time, the fuse would trip. Well, there was the pressure switch wire was laying on one of the compressor lines, and it like rubbed out the wire. And when the water would build up on it, it would trip the fuse.
Wow. That's a good find, yeah. Crazy.
I wasn't really listening. I was just waiting for you to stop talking so I could tell my amazing story of carrier.
Go ahead.
I had a similar problem where carrier, not a Karen, a carrier. it was short out like intermittently, or just randomly short out. And I eventually found one of the wires going across that blower, and somebody had rubbed through, and it rubbed through a little bit of insulation, but it wasn't tripping all the time. It would only trip when that blower kicked on. It would suck the roof in just enough to touch that bare wire.
Yeah.
It would trip out.
The other really common place on the standard like Weathermaker carrier package units from 6 to like 12 tons is the freeze stat. The freeze stat is ran with the economizer wires, and the freeze stat wire is pulled tight against the edge of the evaporator. And those are common to fail. And to be honest with you, I usually don't change a freeze stat. I just bypass them because they have low pressure controls, and especially when they're really old.
You know what it reminds me of? I shouldn't probably bring this up like in front of people, but downflow, counterflow residential furnaces, right?
What is a counterflow?
Downflow.
Okay.
It blows down instead of up.
Downshot.
Downflow.
I guess.
Anyway.
Down shot.
Oh,
Anyways,
residential. Oh, okay.
residential.
I'm sorry. You're thinking air handlers. Okay, got it.
Or furnaces. But anyway, so one common issue they have with like 80% furnaces is the heat exchanger sits below the blower, right? So what will happen is the heat exchanger gets hot, and then everything works fine. In the off cycle, the heat exchanger is still hot, and sometimes potentially you could trip. There's a blower limit in certain model furnaces. So the blower limit trips. And it's like a nuisance thing.
Yeah, but don't they have a timer to keep that blower going for X amount of time, or even a thermostat?
They do, but certain furnaces are more prone to issues than others. And it's like, do you replace the limit? What do you do with that situation?
So is there a thermostat?
Yeah, I was going to say most of the Honeywell thermostats have a option in the section for in heat. You let the fan run for an extra 2 minutes.
But in gas heat, the furnace controls the fan. It's not like electric
if you
heat.
Set it up that way. But yes, that's the safest way to do it.
I mean, I guess you can also activate the fan on top of it, but the board has a relay where the board will turn on the fan. But I guess if you set it up for electric, the thermostat will also turn the fan on, right? So you could probably time it or whatever.
Especially on the ones that have actual logic circuit boards, you really can't bypass that feature. So,
but it's stupid. Whatever. Certain things, engineers. I mean, we should have engineers on the show and tell them how dumb they are.
Hey, I've called out. I have to give props because I called out Greenheck exhaust fans in one of my recent videos, and I don't know if any of you guys or anybody that's watching saw it. I made a video about a Greenheck exhaust fan where the wheel dropped. And I was really pissed off on their design, and their response was actually really awesome. Like the lead product manager, the guy that's in charge of that line of fans, just said, "Hey, that was our bad," and he like owned up and had the most epic manufacturer's response I've ever seen. And like he gave some factual information on how I should have done the job too, but then I countered that like politely. I was like, "Look, yeah, but you needed to know this and that to be able to do it that way." And he goes, "Yeah, you're right. Good point." So I pinned that comment to the top of that so everybody could see it, because that dude I was actually really impressed with them.
I read that, but I don't remember exactly what he specified in there. I know you were having a little bit of trouble with that Allen's key or that says.
Yeah, so it had a taper lock bushing on the wheel instead of a taper lock on a pulley or something. The actual wheel was held together with a taper lock, and there was a set screw in the top bushing.
Yeah, that's what that was called, a taper lock.
Yeah, taper lock, or there's another name for it too, but it's a taper lock. So it's basically a 2-part. You've got the part that compresses down and pulls the wheel up and compresses the taper down.
Cool.
But I was very impressed with the fact that he just owned up, and I knew it too. The reason why I called them out, like I wasn't a punk to them, but I've been contacted by Greenheck several times about different videos, so I knew that they watched my videos. So when I knew that they were gonna respond, and I wanted them to, and I had someone even comment later on down the line, like another random person, and they were like, "You shouldn't call out manufacturers like that." And I said, "No, I wasn't being rude. I was being factual." And I said, "These guys need to hear this stuff. When we run into these problems out in the field, they need to see my frustration." I was pissed. It was 9 o'clock at night,
I mean, there's stuff like that all the time. Speaking of which, I installed 3 Clean Comfort steam humidifiers, which are made by Nortec. Nortec is the manufacturer of them. So at the bottom where you connect the your water line, there's like a 3/4 inch brass fitting with a small little 1/4 inch 90. And every one of the humidifiers, normal humidifiers, you just hooked up your 1/4 inch line, tighten it, and you think you're done, right? That 3/4 inch brass fitting, it's like barely hand tight on there. Barely hand tight. And I did the first humidifier, and no water leaks or anything. I'm like, oh, good. Did the second one, same thing. Third one, it starts dripping a little bit. I'm like, what the heck? So I go to look at the other two. They were all hand tight, but there was a rubber gasket in there.
You know why? Because it's the off brand. If you stick to Condair or Nortec straight, Condair or Nortec, you won't get that problem.
I can't buy them around here. Nobody has them.
That's weird. That's weird. I'm going to show you guys a clip. Check this out. So I have it here. Let me just share screen. It's pretty crazy. I was going to caption this. It's okay to be nervous. Went to a house to do a call. 1 second here.
You were nervous or we're nervous?
Was your customer nervous?
I'm willing to put up money. This video's in vertical.
Oh, yeah,
No.
of course.
No, it's not.
Joe's phone shuts off if it's turned sideways.
The funny thing is, Joe, you send us videos in our chat in vertical videos, and the chat doesn't even accept vertical videos. It just like plays it horizontally, but vertically.
Well,
Is it
he
working?
sent us one the other day in vertical, but then he turned his camera, but it didn't accept the fact that he turned it. So the vertical video was sideways. It was.
It is working, right?
This is Princess
Oh, yeah.
Diana's
High speed,
house.
man.
Look at that.
I fast forward some parts.
What is that?
because
Is that a Ferrari? That's a Lambo.
Yeah,
It's a Mercedes and a Lamborghini. Take it easy. You don't have to point them out.
Why? You're showing us
Is
a
this
video.
Yeah, because we don't work on stuff like this every day, Joe.
Well, hold on. Why didn't they let you park in the driveway? You either parked on the block and walked in.
This house, I had to freaking
are
park
those
in the
gold?
street. And
Wait,
no
you
questions
didn't even
asked.
knock.
chairs?
You didn't even knock.
That's true. You just walked.
No,
in.
no, because I was already in there.
Is that
Do
gold
they have
leaf?
gold trim on the wall?
Yeah, for sure. Gold plate trim. I guarantee you.
So I work
Just-
at Family Dollars where people get shot over a box of magic.
Hold on, look. A club's coming. A club right to the right. There's a club in there. He has a club. You can't see it. There's like, anyways, this is where I
Joe,
was
what
going
did you
from the
film
mechanic
this
room.
with, by the way? This is
Sorry?
gotta be the worst freaking camera footage I've ever seen in my life.
Dude, I'm trying to make it not noticeable because I'll
so-
get price
so
snipers
as you
come on
were-
the wall if they
this
see
is
me
like
doing this.
this is like 3
As you
frames
were
per
walking
minute.
in, I could see someone walking behind you. Is that your helper?
That's my helper. This is the unit I was working on. Let me just stop this. I'll tell you what was up with this unit.
I don't care
That's
about
wrong.
that. I want to know more about this house and this guy who lives there.
Well, I think that's the thing that Joe's not supposed to share.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
I'm glad I'm sharing this at
You
least.
just
Oh
turned
my
the screen
God.
share off.
I did because he was done with it.
Thank you.
It was Drake's house.
No, it's not. No.
But you've
No,
been
that wasn't big enough for Drake's house.
Did it stop? I hope it stopped.
I turned it off.
Did I?
All right.
No,
listen,
Adam did.
You got 1
Adam
minute to
saw
explain
it.
yourself because we got our guest in 1 minute coming in.
Okay, long story short, on pump down, it was taking too long. Obviously, the pump down solenoid was leaking by, so I changed the pump down solenoid, and that's about it. And it worked. Complicated system.
Yeah.
It's so complex, so tight in there. But anyways,
air handler, geothermal. I didn't get a good look at it.
you could say it's a glorified geothermal. It's a Dectron dehumidification unit, huge unit.
Oh, sure. I know what that is.
Coaxial condensers, all the water to water. It's all.
Coaxial bigaboo.
I think that dude.
Speaking of a ding dang do, say hi to everybody's number one hillbilly.
Is that Uncle Ted?
Mountain Man or Ted? Oh, okay.
What
Come
up?
on.
He looks like Howard Hughes.
You know, yeah, if there was piles of shit in buckets all around the room, then yes, it would be
Like
Howard
long
Hughes.
fingernails.
So, Ted, this is a super special occasion for you and for us.
Well, first, hold on a minute. Joe,
Yes.
dude, I told you not to show any of the footage of my house.
Sorry. I try to cover the address. I tried.
Did it show any mailbox or
Nope.
anything?
And you know what? They won't notice because it's too posh. They'll never think Ted is that posh. You know what I mean?
Did Ted let you wear a shirt this time?
I was kind of conservative.
Hey, that was a good one. You got to admit. That was a good one.
Oh, that was good. So what's new, Ted? How you doing?
Doing good.
Are you eating circus
Doing
peanuts
good.
right now?
No, I'm out of those.
I saw you like on a video or something the other day. I don't know what I was watching, but I saw you go to your desk drawer and pull out some circus peanuts.
You got more snacks sitting around you than a 7-Eleven.
What can I say? I'm a junk food junkie.
That is me. That is absolutely me. I eat too much
I
crap.
wish I had some Swedish fish right now.
That looks like unsweet.
Go to bed and go to sleep though.
That looks like unsweetened tea if I've ever seen it.
In the South, we don't have unsweetened tea.
Yeah. 310
So-
calories per serving in that bottle.
My wife went to North Carolina and she was with some family and stuff. And she sat down and she goes, I want just regular tea. And they brought her sweet tea. And she goes, no, I want regular tea. And she said they turned their head sideways at her like, what? You want tea without sugar? What the hell's wrong with you?
You foreigner.
Yeah.
Do they?
We don't really have it. I mean, there's something wrong with that around here.
No, we
So-
don't like sugar in our tea. We don't like anything in our tea. We like the
Yeah,
flavor
got
of
a lot
tea.
footless diabetics.
Quit it.
You could be
Stop.
like an Englishman and put some milk in your tea.
No, none of that crap. Although I do milk in my coffee.
Hold on a minute. We had talked about doing a giveaway after we were through with me,
Mhm.
right?
Are we?
We're gonna-
That'll be cool.
But here we have 58 thumbs up, and we have 153 people watching.
That doesn't match.
It doesn't.
Not at all.
That's bad.
That's blasphemy.
It's got
I could
97 difference.
if we were like, I might even upgrade the giveaway
Damn.
and we'll give away a 4-point, like a 480.
Damn.
Hot
Wait,
dog.
a four, are we talking about a S-Man 480V?
That is correct. The newest of the new of the S-Mans, the biggest, best one.
How many
So
times?
that's the S-Man
Yeah,
4
Come on,
That
man.
is the Field Piece S-Man 480. That is the one that works with all the JobLink wireless probes. Now, it does not come with the JobLink wireless probes, but if you happen to have them, you can use the wireless clamps. You can. It's awesome. I have a 480 and I use it all the time.
I
So,
wish I had one. I only have the probes.
I have the 380. It's awesome. Yep.
Yeah, I got the 380 and the 480, but I've never used the 480 yet.
I've never used the. Well, no, I shouldn't say I never. I rarely use the vacuum port on the 480. Usually, there's nothing on it, but there is times that I do use it occasionally. So
So Ted.
Yeah.
We'll get back to the giveaway after the big announcement. But the thing is, I think.
Dude, this is bad.
What?
79 out of 150. Is it me? Is it good to me? I can go back out.
Maybe we
I
can
see
get
79. No.
get-
It went up. It
Can we
went
get
up
to
a
like
bit.
120? Maybe 100?
I think if it got to 125, man, I don't know. I'd be blown away by that. I might have to tear up or something. Anyway,
Your cat's there.
what do we do?
But yeah, so I've been looking forward to this for a long time. I can't remember when the first episode came out, but
Long time
dun, I remember the Cowboys of HVAC.
Right. It's been a long time. I tell you what, it's been a lot of work. And any time, okay, so what we have, and we're going to show a little teaser tonight, and that's why I'm
Hey,
here.
wait. This is not an episode. You have a season. You recorded a full season.
No, we have 3, and that's what we're going to start with.
Okay.
So how much did Netflix pay you for this?
I'm not affiliated with
I'm
Netflix
just messing with you.
and won't be in any way, shape, form, or fashion.
Although when I looked at this clip, sorry to cut you off, Ted.
I'm going to give them your number, Chris.
This is
All
a
right.
clip I would see on like not Discovery, History of Discovery, whatever it is. It looks like a show quality TV
Oh, it's a
show.
real production team.
This
We-
is just a clip. This is a clip that was cut out of it, that was taken out. This is not something that they did or whatever. It was just taken out, recorded, and that's what we're going to play. But
So sneak peek, guys.
this is longer. The real episode is much longer than the first episode of the Cowboys.
Yeah. It's gonna be awesome.
Well, that's correct. So what happened? I'll just tell you real quick. What happened is I go to hire. You saw the first episode, the pilot episode, where I had this backyard guy. That he was really good. I thought better than me with cameras and stuff. And I had him, producer, so to speak. So, it was all right. It was fun. If we all knew each other, we laughed and we moved on with our life. So I wanted to do something a little more better. And more better, that's not a word.
More better, ding dang, dude.
Better.
There's actually there was a No Use for a Name song called More Betterness. Or
I'm
a
showing my
CD.
southern. But anyway,
What's
so
that for?
I go to try to hire real production companies. I mean, these guys actually make movies. So these are real cameras, real stuff, the real,
Did you get Michael Bay?
heavy duty experience. So they say, oh, well, no, that's illegal. You can't do that.
Hmm.
And I said, wait a minute, hold on, man. I bought this from a buddy of mine. They were doing it and they had a podcast and they quit and moved on to something else. And I like the name. So I bought it, and here's my file. I registered the entity with the state. No, you got to do much more than that. So it took a good year of arguing back and forth to make it legal to where they would actually film it and let me produce it.
Huh.
And let me show it just on YouTube. Get that, just on YouTube.
Wow.
Here's the thing: if you started doing like, I feel like this is as good or better. Is that show that Ted? You're a Mopar guy.
I ain't seen the good one, man.
But Graveyard Cars.
Yes.
I would freaking I would watch that. I would watch your show if it was on.
What?
Well,
It reminds me of that,
way.
honestly.
We're headed that way, and there's a lot. Let me just tell you, the first episode, and I'll tell you what, I had no control. I couldn't believe once I wrote this huge check and signed over this thing to this production company that I have no control, and they tell me what to do, where I can go, when I can work, if I can answer the phone, how long can I be in the bathroom. I mean, this was serious business. And I'm like, dude, man, who's the boss here? Not you. That's what they were saying.
Can we? I know this is off the cuff. This is not on your channel, so you could be a little bit more out there than normal. But my question is, we talked about a drone. Can we bring up the drone?
Dude, I had no idea that I hated drones.
We're talking the little helicopter drones, right?
Yeah. So this will be in the third episode. The first episode is like, let's just get to know Ted, what he does, what's all this guy up to. The second episode is the installers and me, kind of the history of the HVAC, where it started, why we're doing it. And the third one is actually on jobs, on locations, So they had this stupid drone. And man, dude, I'm telling you, I cussed more at that drone. I don't like to cuss. I don't like other people to do it. I just don't like nasty words. I really don't. But it comes out. It happens, especially on the job. And so here's this thing, and I'm looking, and I'm turning around, and it's right here in my face. I don't know how many times they did it. They flew it in my office, without me knowing it. And I'm sitting there, I'm talking to the guy, and here, sounds like a bee, a big giant bumblebee. And like, it alarmed me a couple of times. And a couple of times I'd be outside and I'd turn around like, there it is.
Did you ever yell spaceship at it?
Oh, dude, I swung, punched, kicked, spit. I spit on the drone.
Pulled your
America.
I've been thinking about getting a drone.
To treat it like a nest. I threatened to do some drone tests. I threatened all kind of stuff. And they kept telling me how expensive it was, so watch what you're doing. You could be, all this crap, you signed a waiver, that I wouldn't damage their equipment. I'm like, man, you keep this drone out of my face. But anyway, that really becomes evident in the third episode. It really does. So I'm going to put these out pretty quick. It's going to be like 1, 2, 3. I'm not going to like take a year.
Good.
I'm just going to put them out. We're going to see what we get. We're going to see, how many likes we get on the, or followers we get on the Facebook page. I'm going to see, what I can do. Zach, it kind of originated with Zach. I know y'all remember him. We're not all warm and fuzzy anymore, but kind of originated with him, and he agreed to help out some on a couple of other ends that I don't fool with.
Which Zach are you talking about?
Ciota.
Oh,
so I'm going to contact
I thought
him.
you were talking about the other Zach.
No, the other Zach, I don't know. He seems pretty cool. That dude.
Zach,
He's
he's in the
says,
chat right now. Forgive me if I butchered your name, Zach, but I think it's DeJarnis, isn't it?
I can't say his
Is it
last name.
delivery? Is it delivery or DiGiorno?
I want.
Degenerate.
That's what I'm not going to do. I'm not going to say somebody's name wrong, so I just call him Zach, or call him Quality, by the way. But anyway, what I like about his videos, he'll be laying out the little. You got to admit, he's pretty good at editing and
Absolutely.
He's like the best.
Yeah, he's pretty good at it. And now, for me, I'd like to see a little more meat and potatoes and watch him, but it's starting to get more and more. He's really getting good at the videos. I feel like he's going to pass me and everybody else and be the next big lab, that's a compliment, not an insult. But anyway, what I like about him, he says.
Notice he didn't say the next Chris Stefanovich.
What about me? I don't need to be in this. I'm just a dude that's making videos.
Is that really his last name?
No,
we just put
It
on-
is.
it's
know,
a
I
joke. It's a
wanna
joke.
I want to see this little sneak peek. Honestly,
Because I
wanna
got
see it.
mail from that dude one time, and it didn't have any kind of gay name like that on it. Like that teacher. Anyway, so the thing I
Uses
like
a
about that
name.
black guy you're talking about, the thing I really like, he says, he'll explain it. He'll lay it out. All right, so we're over here today. You know, the customer lets do the job. And then right before he goes, he says, let's do some work. And that's starting to get to be a signature of his. Let's do some work. Let's do some work. I like that. I think that's pretty
Zach's a cool dude.
cool. Everybody needs that little signature, you know.
Big picture diagnosis. Come on.
And,
Stay curious.
So anyway, what we're
Mine,
going to play
nobody
tonight,
pays attention to mine though.
we're just going to play a little, how long is it? Like 15, 20 seconds or something? It's not a big one.
All right, let's roll it.
We got 100 thumbs up.
Out of the first episode of the new Cowboys, and then tomorrow night we're going to actually release it.
All right, ready?
Version. Let her
Do
rip.
this.
3, 2,
Silent.
1.
No. You.
I went ahead and got him anyway, and so I named this one Jimmy. And then she said, well, what's that? Well, that's Little Jimmy. Let's see. Really, the most common that I'll pull out of my pocket that'll save me a trip to the truck is that little Jimmy Wiggler right there. And that
on TV.
All right, we're back.
We are back.
That was an awesome burnout, man.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
Why'd
but
you stop
you
us
had
so
to
early?
jam the brakes so hard on that.
Ted and his
Yeah.
toys.
Jimmy Wiggler. Brakes,
Okay.
dude. You got no brakes. What do you need brakes for?
That's awesome, man.
Yeah,
Ted's,
that was awesome.
Ted's favorite.
So,
Whoa,
so when are you releasing that, Ted?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow night, Halloween night.
Tomorrow night. All right. What?
Wait. Which channel? Are you doing
I'm
an
gonna post it right now.
anti-DIY
I'll
or
post it right
Cowboys?
now.
It's going to be on my channel, anti-DIY, and I'm also going to, it'll be on Facebook, and hopefully Zach's going to put it on a couple places too. He said he would.
Yeah, if you give me, well, I'll share it too. Once I get the
It would
link.
be awesome if you'll do that, man.
Yeah,
I'll tell my 3 closest friends.
So,
Once I get the link, I'll push it out on my socials too.
That's us.
That is you guys. I don't have to try hard.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's got to be cool, Ted, to finally get this next season done. So that way you like, is the stress over now?
Susie.
well, what I'm hoping is, I'm hoping that it gets kind of the amount of views that my regular videos get, or maybe a little more. And
Right.
and if it does, then I can justify doing
More.
another season. So what we hope to do next time is do six episodes instead of 3.
Got it.
Do you script those, Ted? Do you have like do they like come to you at least with like notes of like
Script whatsoever, not allowed. No, I mean, you can't hire guys to do a reality show. And there was a couple of little things that they said,
like repeat or like do
Do
it
it.
over?
no, wouldn't give me another take, wouldn't give me another, oh man, I wanted to fix my hair, wouldn't
Mm.
no ideas. They didn't even want my ideas. I'm serious.
Yeah.
If you
Didn't
can,
even
I don't know if I could do that, losing creative control. I have to be in control.
0, dude. I had 0.
But you know what? Maybe it's a good thing, Ted, because
Yeah.
that looks awesome so
It
far, and
does.
that's just
Well,
a teaser, right?
Wait till you see it.
I have
Yeah,
two. I have
okay.
2 questions for you. Number one, What is a Jimmy Wiggler? I couldn't see in the video.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
What's a
What do you
Jimmy
mean you
Wiggler?
couldn't see?
Huh?
What do you mean you couldn't see?
Is that like
It was right at the end. I see
It's a little double spade connector, right?
Yeah, it was a little thing like when you got a bad board, and I keep them in my pocket and a few wire nuts, a few things, you know. So you got a bad board, and it's so common here. We got all those ICP furnaces, and the board's bad, so the fan doesn't come on. And you just take the main power wire and hook it to the high fan speed.
a
stick it back on the
splitter?
board,
A splitter.
cut power on. You got full-time fan. And people would much rather have the fan run all night long than have no air till you get the board tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Right.
Okay.
So I use those a lot.
So that was
And
my.
I don't know what it is. What's it called?
No, I like that name. What was the name again? What do you call it?
Jimmy Wiggler.
I call it a double male connector.
Yeah. Whatever. I
It's
like
actually, it's actually a triple male. It's actually
two double. You know, I don't know how you would.
It's a double male and a female. It's
That's
a
what it is.
threesome.
double
It's
spade.
weird.
Minky moot.
So here's the next question: if you get picked up by like A&E or one of these channels, can I still come over to get filmed and you can put me up in your bucket truck?
I'm gonna tell you what. Next time Joe takes footage at my house and shows it in public, I'm gonna sue his ass.
All right. This is before you're famous. Before you're famous.
Trusted you to work on my blower in my, my Ontario location. Where was that anyway?
Ontario.
Oh, what? Yeah, I trusted you to go to my Ontario location. That's my. Now that wouldn't be a summer house, would it?
No, it's kind of like just a getaway Canada house.
That's the house I got hidden from my wife. I didn't want her to see all the
Right.
house. Right. So that's my getaway house. But the thing is, I don't know that I would have those visions of grandeur, Adam. I don't think I'm going to be a TV star, man.
Does
This is all YouTube fun.
Well,
Does Canada follow extradition rules?
Yeah, I think.
So if someone's in trouble in the U.S., they're allowed to go into Canada and jack them and bring them back, right?
And we have a partnership with the USA.
Yeah, so they will extradite into the U.S.
That's not what you promised me, Joe.
So that wouldn't be your house that you would go to when you're in trouble.
Well, she doesn't know where he is. You would never think Ted's in Canada, dude. That's the last.
Right.
Ted ain't leaving the U.S. So let's
I
all
know.
get this over with.
Hey, speaking
As
of,
I ride the back of the truck, you teach me how to work on boilers, and I could make a new career.
Sounds like a plan. But
Speaking
I
of-
change my name. I don't know what that'd be.
it's got to be something. It's got to be something.
you gotta
French.
admit, Ted. Zach E in chat. Joe Exotic didn't think he was gonna be a movie star either.
It's true, and he's famous.
Yeah, that's true.
So, what do you guys want to do about giving away the 480? Do we
Hey,
have
how many
enough?
likes we got?
We got
we're over
106.
100. I'm pretty impressed. We're over 100.
107.
Yeah, they're
Hot dog.
rocking it right now.
Okay.
Well, you know what? There's interaction. Can you count the thumbs down too? Because that's interaction.
I want to know who put those 5 thumbs down. You identify yourself right now, and I'm coming to your house.
One of them was
Dummies.
me.
But whatever, it's all good.
I didn't like what I said earlier, so I gave us a thumbs down.
Okay. At least you could take it back after when you do feel better.
Well,
Yeah,
I like what you said earlier.
yeah. If you guys change my opinion of the show, I'll give you a thumbs up.
So what are we going to take a phone call? Because I got to get it set up for that. I got to think about this a little bit.
Well-
we didn't prepare very
I'll do a
well.
phone call.
We were working before the show. You know.
Yeah, phone calls don't tend to go well.
Yeah, phone calls don't go well. We end up getting that weird ass person that calls all the time. I'll do that.
We don't want to copy the skilled trade up show. We don't want to copy
No.
it. We do want to do something that maybe the whole chat, or I don't know what you guys normally do. What can we do? We could, let them call in and answer a relatively intelligent question that has nothing to do either the overtime show or maybe my channel or my show or something like that, but not necessarily, extremely difficult.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I want to make sure, and I think everyone else wants to make sure, 480s are an expensive freaking tool. We need to make sure
they
this
are.
is going to an actual legitimate source, right? Like this is a dude that's going to use these things.
Or a
Because
chick that's going to use these that is an
Right. I'm
HVAC
sorry.
technician.
yeah, because here's the thing, if this was like I have a 380 right now, but if you rewound, 8 years ago, I didn't have good tools, and I would have killed for them. right? So I want to give them to somebody that deserves them, and I think everyone else feels the same way.
That's a good point, Adam. Why don't we do this? Just tell me what you think about this idea. It's totally off the cuff. That's what those reality show guys taught me. No script, no planning, off the cuff.
That's like I think that's like overtime. They might be the guys that film our show. Actually,
I've been trying to do that. They changed that for years.
Why don't we take 3 phone calls? All right, and I'm not going to reveal the question until then, and so at least nobody has that much time on Google. But let's take 3 phone calls, and I'll ask a question concerning the 480V, sort of concerning.
Okay. That's fair enough.
And then out of those 3 callers, we'll all argue as to who is the best, live right here, no script.
All right.
And we'll vote. There's 5 of us here. That's an odd number, so this will be the overtime Supreme Court edition.
So how much time you need to set this up, Adam?
like
He's already got it ready.
no, I don't. Hold on, give me.
Do I got my is it my shit time now?
Yeah, go for it.
You haven't done it yet? I seen your eyes go across the other.
All right. So I was going shopping with my wife. I was at the shopping mall. My kids were there too, and we were doing some Christmas shopping. I think, yeah, some Christmas shopping. And needless to say, I didn't make it to the bathroom on time.
No.
I shit my pants walking through
in
the shopping
front of your
mall.
family.
And I had to run into the store and buy some new pants because I wasn't about to try to clean this crap up. So I ran into the store, bought some new pants, went into the bathroom, ditched the old ones, cleaned myself up, threw the pants on. And I come out of the bathroom, my wife's like, "What the hell? Why do you have new pants on?" I was like, "I shit my pants." She goes, "Keep it down." And I go, "What? Who cares?"
Everybody in society cares.
All right, ready? That's a good story.
I care.
That's awful.
I'm the one thing I'm nervous about. I really need to get a phone like Joe, a burner phone, because this is hard. Once it gets going, it's hard to stop it.
Oh,
This is
dear.
like a train that you get the momentum.
All right. So listen, people, you guys got to help us out. Okay. If you hear someone, hang up.
Yeah.
Stop
Don't keep
being
calling.
punks and don't
So
keep
what
calling.
caller are you going to take? Are you going to take the first caller? Are you going to take? I mean, you got to
Yeah.
be fair, like a radio show.
He'll take the first call
Yeah.
because let's just do this. Okay. But if we get on the phone, and I know there's a little bit of a delay, okay, but hang up. All right. We'll tell you again.
You can't disable the call waiting.
We're
No,
not that
unfortunately,
sophisticated at
I
this
don't
time.
really know how to do that.
I don't really know how to do that. And y'all were making fun of me earlier for not having gay mail.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like
Hold
what
on.
Ray said. Attention, Walmart shoppers. Chris has shit his pants.
Let's see. Let's see if we can take calls.
Funniest thing in the world, but my
I-
wife and my daughters think it's like the worst. And I'm like, you
Oh,
guys don't find
yeah.
this hilarious? Like, I think it's hilarious.
How could you possibly?
Call.
Were you in London or something? I mean, they had a bonnet or whatever. How could you possibly clean yourself up in a Walmart
Right.
bathroom?
Oh, I didn't. It wasn't Walmart. It was the shopping mall. And I just literally took I mean, you
Hello?
really want the details? I mean, you got a pair of
Hello?
pants.
Were pretty crappy too when you put them on.
Wait, we have a caller. We have a caller.
Oh, nice.
Never mind.
You didn't even give out the phone number. How do we have a
Yeah.
caller?
I did. I just posted it.
Oh,
didn't see
that
it.
shows how much
saw
I
it.
paid. Oh, because it goes on the YouTube. It goes on YouTube. It doesn't go on what we're looking at.
Your stream.
All right. So who do we have on the line right now?
It's Ryan.
Ryan.
Ryan
what,
Hughes?
let's see. You sound familiar.
Yeah.
We talked to you before?
Yes, I got the shirt and some stickers and a little bundle from you guys. It's Ryan Hughes.
There you
Hughesman
go.
HVAC.
And is it Hughesman Mechanical?
HVAC.
It's I don't
Hughesman
own my own
HVAC.
business. I'm just a tech. Yep.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Hughesman. Okay. I was thinking your name. So
He's
awesome.
been
Right.
posting
I got
videos.
the question.
Yeah.
I got the question.
All right.
All right, go ahead.
What's the question?
Ready for the question?
Yeah.
I am.
Okay. So, you are familiar with the S-Man 480?
Only from what I've seen online. I've never touched a set.
Okay. But you are familiar with similar manifold, like other S-Mans or something, right?
I've never touched S-Mans. I have the Smart Probes, the Testo Smart Probes.
Okay.
That was my first dive into.
click him off? No, I'm just kidding. Okay. So tell us, you can give 3 answers, 3 only. Tell us what you think the most common 3 things that will be very useful to you if we give you this S-Man 480.
That's a good question.
Well,
The functions. What are the 3
be
functions?
very-
What are the 3 things you're going to use it for? Now, you can answer any way you want to. There's no regulations
I've got
here.
the answer.
If you're going to wipe
All
your
right.
butt with it like Chris did at Walmart,
Well,
if you're
first
gonna
off,
sell it,
they're
you
very
can-
useful for. All right.
3. Relatively
All right, I
quick.
got 2.
Don't be looking up stuff.
Oh, he won't.
He's
I'm
got
not.
it.
They're
Go
good
ahead.
for superheat, measuring subcooling, and measuring and diagnosing systems. They're above the line, and they're above the mark, and they're just the newest technology out there, and they're awesome.
All right, so we're
So
going
that's
to
3:
count
superheat, subcooling, and diagnosis.
Got you. We're going to count subcooling and superheat as 1. So we're going to give you the opportunity to say one more thing you think it might be useful for. That's 2. Subcooling and superheat is 1. Add 1.
Diagnosing. Yeah.
Diagnosing the system and just the ease of use. Not having to
User friendly.
put different temperature probes on different lines. It's all right there. It's easy to use. It's a time saver. So that's
Yeah.
my third.
Okay. So,
That's my third.
those aren't really functions or really things that you're going to use them for. 2 of them were pretty good. But those are your 3 answers. And you
Thank
can
you.
jump out and go back in the chat, and we'll let you know as soon as we listen to everybody.
Thanks,
you,
Ryan.
Ted, that video was awesome.
Hey, I really appreciate that, man. I love for you
Yeah.
to watch the
All right.
real one tomorrow night, too.
All right.
Thanks, Ryan.
All right. Bye, guys.
See you.
See you, buddy.
We'll let you know.
We should have said another thing is they have to be a subscriber to my channel, but,
I'm pretty sure. these
And
guys
our
all are.
channel. And our channel.
Yeah.
Actually, we have like over
Well, we
50,
know Ryan is, so I'm pretty sure all these guys are.
over 50% of the people that watch us are not subscribed for some strange reason.
Are you
I did some math, and what was it? 50. What did I say? Like 50 something % of the people that watch my videos are not subscribed to my channels.
Oh,
Wow.
Here we go. We got another one. We got
You got a
another
lot of
fish
swinger
on the line.
communities, so I'm getting at you. Chris.
All right, here we go. Hello.
All right, just a hint who this is. I'm wearing sunglasses
Shannon.
right
we
now.
know who you are. We know.
All right, Shannon. Same
What's going on,
applies
guys?
for you.
Shannon.
Watch him.
3 answers. How are these going to help you? Give us 3 solid answers as to
What
how
3
they're going to
things
benefit
you're
you.
gonna do with
3
it? What
functions. What do you plan on doing?
3 things you're going to use this
All
for.
right.
And I'm writing
All right,
these down.
field piece.
I noticed nobody else did.
I still have a
Yeah.
picture. I still have a picture I drew the last time Clive was on about capacitors.
All right, you're up, Shannon. Go for it, bud.
Way too much
All
time
right.
to put them out.
So field piece has always been known for a great backlight. So that backlight's going to come in real handy. Them late night calls, light everything up, be able to see all the pressures, superheat, subcooling, all that good stuff. So I'm going to say backlight.
Okay, that's 1.
All right. And then they've got the pretty handy clamp storage on there. So, it helps to kind of make things a little neater so it's not dangling everywhere. Testo is never really that great with, having a good place to store your clamps.
Okay.
These are features, not functions, by the way. So you're losing. Make the last one a function, a use, what you're going to use it for. I mean, so you're really saying what you're going to use it for is to store your clamps? Come on, dude. That's weak.
Christmas ornaments off it.
One more.
Make it a good one.
See, he's being real particular.
He is. This
Hey,
is Ted.
This is
Ted's-
Ted, and they're expensive, and he doesn't
Ted
want to
running
give
this
us.
giveaway.
Yep.
So you got it, man. Come on. One more.
So, with the wireless technology, that's really going to help out because you can actually get your indoor measurements also and see it outside there in real time on the screen. So that's really going to help out as far as, monitoring, what the actual, subcooling and superheat and everything is right there. Get your indoor temperature showing up out there.
So
Okay.
Save you a lot of time.
So basically, Delta
That's a good one.
basically what you're talking about.
Delta Burke.
Your indoor temperature.
Yeah. Wet, keeping an eye on the wet bulb as it's going up and down.
All right, this guy's out of here.
Okay,
All right.
thanks, Shannon.
We got you. And what you'll hear right now, just pop back in the chat, and we're going to take one more caller.
Well, that was a noise.
Yes, it was. I heard it.
Does anyone have the number still? Because I don't even remember.
Did he hang up, or was that a kiss my butt hang up?
I hung up on him.
You hung up on him.
Well, here's the thing.
Proud of you.
We've had many callers that was very awkward. They just won't get off the phone in the past. So I got to the point where it's just like, all right, we're at a good breaking point. Goodbye.
There's no point in long goodbyes.
No, you're right, Bill.
You got to be getting butt dials and all kinds of stuff.
Okay, we got another
All sorts
one.
of butt stuff on this show, right, Chris?
All right.
We got another one on the line.
We've already had enough butt stuff.
Butt
Who is
dials,
this? This is California. This is Chris's neighbor.
butt calculators.
All right. Wait. If it's California, I can guess who it is.
Don't tell me.
Oh, it's Rookie.
Who is this?
This is Aaron.
Oh,
Okay. Okay.
yeah.
That's cool, Aaron.
I thought it was Scott.
Yep.
Aaron, do we know you? What's your name in the chat?
You know me as Anonymous.
Anonymous.
Cool.
Okay.
Nice to see you, bud.
Cool. So, same question applies to you. How will you use this field piece manifold? What kind of features are you going to use it for? You got 3 answers to impress us.
You got to go back to your fundamentals, your pressure, your temperature, and your saturation. From those, you extrapolate everything else that you need. And then your skill just fills in the rest.
So you're putting that all into one.
Boom.
Is that what you're saying?
That's all you need.
Slow down a little bit. Give us 3.
So you got 1. Give us
Lots
two more,
more.
two more,
Pressure.
2 more
Never.
things that you're going to use these for. How they're going to
Basically,
benefit
you
you.
dump all the data into one. So that's good. If you're going to have 2 more strong ones, you might win. So yeah, of course they give
Right.
you all of your data, and you're going to calculate that into what you want. What are 2 more things you're going to use this gauge for if we give it to you?
Well, I know they're wireless. So they're going to be data logging and be trending it, and you're going to be saving the readings for future use. And you can share that with your customer to prove that you're actually doing your job.
Okay, that was 7 more functions. Which 2 would you like to add to the list?
That was a good one. That was
Give
good.
us,
Okay,
give us
David.
one more answer. That's good.
Okay, so we'll count that one as logging.
Hold on. What is Bill doing?
I don't know, but he's hilarious.
So-
He's
Don't pay
hilarious.
attention to Bill. He could disturb the contestants, man.
Yeah,
They're trying
he's,
to win.
that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to do that. He's trying to do that.
Ignore Bill. He's trying to type to somebody something, Chinese midget porn or something.
Oh my
you-
god.
Hey, guys.
Home screen.
Not that there's
All right.
anything wrong with that.
What's your number 3 thing what's the number 3 use you're going to have for this 480 if you win it?
Ease of use.
Ease of use. Is that your final answer?
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right,
Roll
cool.
for that.
Go ahead and pop back in the chat, and we
All right.
will
Thanks, Al.
we'll make a decision, bud.
Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you.
Thanks.
It's going to be pretty quick and easy to do this. And, probably to be fair to everybody, now I'm just throwing this out there. This is not my show. You guys run the show. All I did was pulled up a prize.
Hey, you're the boss.
Okay, well, good. I'm the boss. So, hey, Joe, you like that? We got a boss tonight for like 2 more minutes,
He had one with that.
and then I'm fired. All right. So I think everybody should get a piece of paper.
Okay.
All right. All right.
Write down number 1, number 2, or number 3 that you vote for. And then at the same time, we're going to hold it up to the camera. You can only vote number 1, number 2, or number 3.
Tad, can you quickly just scroll the answers? I know I should have been writing them down. Can you just quickly say the
Oh.
answers?
Nope, not helping you.
Can you tell him
Okay.
say the contestants?
I
Number
can.
2,
Here's
give
the
us
problem. Here's what I didn't write down is who was who. Okay, the number 1 caller.
We know that. It's all good.
Okay, the number 1 caller.
I remember everyone but number 1. I remember
Ryan.
number 2 is Shannon. Oh, Ryan
No,
Hughes.
Hughes.
Shannon was number 2.
Hughes was number 1.
Yes.
Hughes was number 1. Okay, what Hughes said, he said subcooling and superheat. He said diagnosing. And he said easy to use.
Okay. Ease of use.
All
Okay.
right.
Yeah.
Shannon, I wear my sunglasses at night, said that he would like the backlight at night because Fieldpiece had a good backlight. He liked this clamp storage, and he liked the fact of the Bluetooth, meaning that he could have his probes in the house and read the Delta T
Real time. Yeah.
at the same time. Actually, that's the one I like. Then number 3, who was that guy? Aaron?
Al Anonymous.
Oh, Alan. Oh, yeah, that's right. I've seen his name. Yeah, he was a pretty cool dude.
Yeah.
But he rammed 30 things into one answer. So I got a feeling that guy's got a lot of data going on in his head. So he said number 1 was the fact of all the data that was provided by the device. That's how I shortened that. Number 2 was the logging capabilities.
That was a good one. I like that.
That I didn't know it had. And I still ain't so sure it does.
No, it does. It does.
Yeah.
Well, see, I need to open that box and use it. And number 3, he also said the ease of use.
Yes.
So number 1 and number 3 both said easy to use. That's kind of a dud to me. But anyway, I don't think we should give a bunch of opinions and a bunch of stuff. I think
everybody put their paper up. Whoever gets the most votes wins.
I've written the number that I'm going to vote for, and we're all going to, if everybody's done and ready, we're just going to hold it up to the camera at the same time. And there's no way we don't have a winner because we have the Supreme Court. We have 5 guys here. What do you want to say, Adam?
It was. I just want to say. Well, I want to preface this with something here. All right, because I want to say that I enjoyed all of them. I think all 3 of these guys would enjoy this tool. Huseman is posting all the time videos. Shannon,
if you want to buy the other 2, we can give them all 3.
I don't want to do it.
They're all supporters. It's all
okay,
right.
so what you want to do is you kind of want to mention the appreciation.
I do. Shannon makes great videos, and I know Shannon would use it. This last guy, I don't know who he is. You know what I mean?
But he's always here.
But I see him in the chat a lot.
But I'm not saying I don't like him. I'm just saying that I don't know.
Yeah, he is. He's always here, Adam. Trust me.
All right, ready?
Al Anonymous is here an awful lot. Now, one thing I'd really like to see happen is I'd like to see everybody's number get flashed up to the screen at the same time. So somebody needs to
All right. On 3, 2, 1, go. Ted, you said that it was impossible. We have a tie.
No, we don't.
Yeah, you do.
We had 2 3s and 2 2s.
Yeah, we do.
So now we're gonna have to do a tiebreaker. This is already an
over. I mean, look, you're only 19 minutes over your normal time.
All right. So
I've seen y'all run 30 minutes over talking.
So
crap
we're gonna have to.
All right. We're
gonna do this fast. We're gonna have to.
No. Super easy. No tiebreaker. I'll buy the next S-Man.
Look at that.
What?
Look at that.
Come on.
What?
You know what? No. Let's do it like this. This isn't going to happen again.
He's drinking beer. You can tell this guy's drinking beer.
All 3 of them are going to get an S-Man 480.
What?
Ed supplies 1. I supply 2.
You get it.
What?
Done.
This is unreal, guys.
I'll chip it.
Done.
I love that. That's awesome, Chris.
It's not out of his pocket. This is out of the fact, and I can speak for Chris on this. This is out of appreciation for all the viewers that watch YouTube. YouTube pays. And that's why Chris thought of that. If YouTube didn't, if all these guys supporting us, man, didn't mean so much, none of us would be spitting out all this money. Now, Adam is a little cheap and tight. And he doesn't want to
Hey, hold on a second. I just said I'm chipping in for this too. But number one, the people who are actually profiting off YouTube right now are.
All right. So let's before we get too far beating the crap out of each other. Okay.
Yeah.
Everybody that won, all 3 of you guys that call in, you need to send an email to hvacOvertime@gmail.com with your name, your address, your phone number. Okay. and we will get your prizes shipped out to you. Your name, your address, and your phone number.
It's funny
Okay?
because Steve says it's like the Oprah show. It's like, you get an S-Man, you get an S-Man, you all get S-Mans.
Hey, but I'm going to say this right now. This is not going to happen every time, okay? It's not every day that I start drinking too many beers and I give out
We're going to edit that
ridiculous amounts of tools, unlike I did a couple months ago. Okay?
every time.
I'm going to text your wife and tell her to make sure she watches the Tonight
Don't
Show.
tell Jill. That is my new hashtag. Don't tell Jill.
Yeah. Well, and Adam says you are not the buyer. But
All right. I think this is time to end this one. This has been an awesome show. Ted, thank you so very much for coming on the show and offering up an S-Man. That was awesome.
Y'all can close your show out, man. I appreciate everybody. Please watch the episode. It'll be on my channel tomorrow night.
What time is it being released?
It'll be posting up.
Probably about 9 o'clock. I'm going to let the little kids do their trick-or-treating first. And
Gotcha. Okay, so once I get the links, I will share it on my socials. We'll get that out there. We'll get the word out. You guys, please go. This is all because of Ted, okay? So go to Ted's video that he releases tomorrow. Give a thumbs up, leave a comment, give support. We really appreciate you guys. And of course, subscribe to our channel, subscribe to Ted's channel, all that good stuff, okay?
Do it.
Yeah.
Really
And
appreciate you
real
guys.
quick. I know we probably should not be announcing this right now. This is for you guys because I know there's some people not watching that normally watch and this and that, but we have also a super special guest next week, right, Bill?
Yes.
Earlier in the show.
Oh, you did? I missed it.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
you guys-
That's okay. Good recap. Some people might have missed it.
I wasn't paying attention to you.
No kid, right?
what did I miss?
No, but I just want to say it again. I know we have to end it, but I want to say it again. Ryan,
Your
Shannon,
microphone is not
and Al
working.
Anonymous, you lucky bastards.
Yeah, and your
Yeah,
your microphone is definitely not working, Joe. Just so you know.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, don't forget, Shannon. Dude, don't forget who voted for you.
Shannon, I had a 2 and I turned it into a 3. I'm sorry.
I actually voted for Shannon too.
Yeah,
But you know what?
Mine in calligraphy with big blue marker.
I'm going to tell you why I voted for Shannon. Then y'all can click me off so you can close your show. But I voted for Shannon because he was the one that said, now what is better than being able to stand outside at a condenser, reading your PSI, your subcooling superheat, and reading your supply and return air temperatures? What's better than that?
I
that's a good
think
one.
just like sitting at
Shannon
home,
pointed out that, the Delta.
the only thing better than that is watching HVAC overtime on a Friday night.
Wow.